Could I be like a evil genius? That's not what God want me to do. I'm trying to show people how to level up. To max, I could take one loop and show you ways that you never heard your loop. The girl sent me this song, so I can even take your song that you already got and I can remix it. And when you pull up RuPaul, play, I'm gonna play you the original, and I'm gonna say, yo, I think I hear her better this way. So I didn't need her to come here. Understand? She already sent me an MP3, and she haven't heard these, so I'm sending. So I don't care if you play. I said, and what's and she came off of my show, London. What's her name? London Hill. London Hill. I'm already working with her. I sent her a beat. She supposed to finish this beat, but while she finished her beat, I already did 8 different remixes of her beat, of her song. I'm like, yo, I want to put this on my album, this version. Yeah. So I'm like playing with different ones. I'm like,
which style we playing?
We playing. Let's play.
I'm gonna take the original already.
And then we're gonna play the boom bap because there's a lot of different styles. I think the boom bap style is like the hardest one. Okay. Like those styles, like because the way she's rapping remind me of like why she feel like Lil Kim. So she gotta have some Lil Kim shit. This original that she sent me.
Yeah. This that plain Jane, make them watch my lift off. We are not the same, they a bunch of rip-offs. Bitches chances slim like that with that Kim lost. Face got go insane with nothing but lip gloss. This that plain Jane, make them watch my lift off. We are not the same, they a bunch of rip-offs. Bitches chances slim like that with that Kim lost. Face got go insane with nothing but lip gloss. Don't need a reference, got more with the hangers. Verses like Mr. Pay a ticket, my pen stick with bangers. Homie Gilly, she got the keys, now they floating like panels. Influence over these bitches, they copy, no scandal. That Prezzies up in my bankroll.
Alright, so that's a version. I said, huh?
As hard as it is, I definitely gotta hear it.
It is hard. That shit hard, bro. But like for me, I'm like, okay, well what? But what that give you the feel of? What like early 2000s, right? Like.
Yeah, like Kanye, like My Beautiful Dark
Twisted
Fantasy.
Kanye, her voice definitely is vocally like on some Kim, like you mentioned.
So I was like, yo, so I said like, I just think about what the world's going back. I said, I feel like that's hard, right? But boom bap is coming back. You see a lot of people rapping to certain shit that feel a certain way, right? So I said, well, damn, New York is known for a certain style. I said, but what if she did it on this type of shit? I think this shit would flex with like beep 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 beep. Both, like I said, both. You got that version, you got the original, and you got these versions. So, but I can give you multiple ways of hearing it. So, like the first version, what was the first one?
Don't talk song. This that plain Jane, make them watch my lift off. We are not the same, they a bunch of rip-offs. Bitches chances slim like that way that Kim lost. Face card go insane and that in lip gloss. This that plain Jane, make them watch my lift off. We are not the same, they a bunch of rip-offs. Bitches chances slim like that way that Kim lost. Face card go insane. Yo. Don't talk song. Plain Jane, make her watch my lift off. We are not the same, they a bunch of rip-offs. Bitches chances slim like that with that Kim lost. Face call go insane with that ember lip gloss. This that plain Jane, make her watch my lift off. We yo. Don't talk to him. This that plain Jane, make her watch my lift off. You're not the same, they a bunch of rep boys. Bitches shit. Yo. Don talk to It's that plain Jane, they can watch my lift off. We are not the same, they a bunch of rip offs. Bitches chances slim like that weight that Kim lost.
On this version, she's going, we are not the same, and then lift off, and she's going down. The other one, she's going more up. Was that you?
It
you
do it.
That's crazy, yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It do it how I prompted.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
There was like a laugh in it. Was that you too?
No, it just do it. It just tell them. I tell them what to do. It's like ad lib, add all that shit.
Wow.
That shit crazy.
Damn.
See what I'm saying?
What's crazy too is like on the market side, over the last 4 or 5 years, especially we notice a lot of fans don't mind consuming all these different versions.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just release all of them.
Exactly, because I watch you feel different on each one.
Yeah. Which is crazy because, I mean, I could see a whole consumer behavior saying this is my favorite song.
Thank you.
But I'm going to play it in different vibes.
Thank you.
Instead of playing different songs in
there
different
you
vibes.
go.
It's like, nah, I'm just going to play this same song.
There
this
you
one at
go.
the party, this one when I'm chilling.
Make sure you show this on your thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Show this, this one at least.
You release your joint on something like this, and then me as fans, I just make my own version, and I still stream it, and you still get the credit, like whatever. It's crazy.
You could have that whole album of one song.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it would feel different every time you press play.
Yep.
Even though it's the same song.
Like all the beats I was playing, for one sample. All them Afro ones, like that, it was just different vibes. To go through, make a bunch. That's like. Then I go to the folder and make a playlist. Then if I want to stem it out, hit the button and say stem. It is. I'm just telling people like, look, I'm good at what I do. I know great. Like I played you. I know how to make music on anything. I know how to make it sound good on anywhere. But I feel like I'm just a small vessel in this big ass ocean. I'm a shark. I could be a megalodon, but I'm not the newest megalodon. There's another megalodon that's bigger than me. They just don't know it yet. They ain't here yet. But you know how many creative kids and people out there that are amazing, and especially us as culture, like how we think. And that's when I'm talking to like, yo, the language model, even with ChatGPT, just like trying to say, yo, we have to learn urban. It has to learn urban dialect, like cap. No, it's not a baseball cap. Is it? You have to tell Jack. Is it urban dialect or are you, whatever that is, right? So that's where I'm at with it. I'm showing you the music part, but I'm into the part to help for people such as us and creators how we talk. Okay. How do we look at music? That 808, that bitch hitting. All right, so what is that? I'm trying to make y'all job easy, cause I'm doing the back end stuff now. Constantly, me and him both feedback. Now I need to change this. It need to be this. It need to do this. It need to do that. It need to do that. So it's like when it's out to y'all going crazy with it. I'm like, whoo, y'all don't know the back end that we put into the bitch. Like the hours and hours. Cause like it wasn't sounding like that.
Yeah.
I just knew the potential of what it was.
Yeah.
I said, yo, this is me producing on the spot. Without my equipment, well, you need your computer. No, bro, I need my damn phone. I can bring my laptop, my iPad, and be on 2 different ones and do 2 different ones each time. Then I could say if it's murder on the beat, yo, take that and flip it. Here, I'm gonna give you the file. Here, there you go. Put your sauce on it. Now get that back to me. I said let's make her go Afro, man. Let's take a Middle Eastern Afro mix. I ain't have time to wait for you here. Give me that. Cause I got the prompt book. I got the goddamn book of Eli. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm building it. That's all we do. Then I just take it, flip. I said, what if we put? And then I talked to our guy soon. He's like, what if?
Yo, he will say that shit.
He do, right? So Atlanta, right? So when I do like the ones that I played with the 808, Atlanta, so it's like I said, damn, Atlanta have a swag, but I don't want to say Atlanta. So you know what I say? Zone 6.
Getting close to my heart now.
See, Zone 4. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got different style, and even in every barrel, every College Park. That was Dungeon Family, so it's gonna know to pull. Oh, you like from this era. You understand? So like, I give you another promise. Let me play you something else. So I was saying like when I was doing, I said, damn man, I miss that old like Memphis, right? Like the rap flow in Memphis, like a Memphis style.
It's that we
Nigga.
What persona is that?
That's my hood persona. I ain't got no character to those yet. But that's my hood persona. I call it the Hood and Mile. That's my playlist, Hood and Mile. Like black, you know.
I felt like that was one of the
Exactly. One-on-ones. Boy, I got too many one-on-ones. That's what I'm trying to tell people, bro. You can't, don't do that to me. You go to the studio, I'll be like, all right, what? What you playing? All right, watch this. Don't let me go to my pop side. That's a whole nother game. That's a whole nother, that's some other shit right there.
Oh, love, baby.
fucking with me, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. I produce on a different level.
That's crazy.
I'm just telling you. I got something for everybody. Anytime you want to come, like, come, nigga, you better come correct. Because you come against me, I'm going to knock your head off.
Y'all be stuck.
It's like I've been in demos of AI.
Nah, you ain't been like this, nigga.
Right.
You ain't seen
Y'all need a cut of just how y'all look on the couch. Just
Even the vocals, the clarity of the vocals is like, it's not even like close to the other
you
shit
welcome.
that I've heard.
Yeah, that's me knowing. That's us knowing. Yeah, nigga.
Triple one, I was like, yeah. And that chorus, bro, that's a hit, bro. It's about 5 hits, but that one right there.
That boy, we won. Look, we watch y'all go from the roller coaster to that bitch that said, drop down. Y'all there now. We there now. Yeah. There you go. Believe us. You better believe the king. I'm back 19 years old in this body. Oh, it's a wrap, bro. You don't want to go get dunked. Level up your shit now. Come on now.
All right, so that was a portion of a longer listening session with a lot of dope music that we didn't get to put out. But now we're going to transition to Timbaland explaining his process and how he looks at AI with a way deeper perspective, because it was important to him for people to understand that this is not some kind of push button magic. He's legitimately collaborating with the AI. He's digging through the crates, looking for sounds, and still spending hours in cases to build one beat. So you'll hear him talk about his step-by-step process on what he's actually doing to create this product that you just saw. You're also going to hear him touch on a powerful concept that he calls sampling yourself, something that I think is going to change the game for a lot of artists, and explain the idea of personas. So here's what you need to understand. When you go back and listen to the pop section of this video, you heard artists on top of the beat, but those artists in all that vocal clarity were actually AI generated. And if you listen closely, the lyrics don't necessarily make sense. So you would kind of equate it to basically a reference track from a melody standpoint. Think of an artist coming up with an idea and they just hum it to a beat, right? And then they record that, and now they know for later, hey, this is what we're going to build off of. That's kind of how you want to think about it. But listen to this clip. If you're really serious about understanding AI, if you're serious about your music in general, I think it's important to hear Timbaland out here. But then also, after you watch that second portion, go back and watch the beginning. Watch this listening session again with a whole new perspective. And I think things are going to click a little bit differently. Because what he's talking about is way different than the doom and gloom that people sell of AI completely eliminating real artists. Because to be frank, AI alone can't do what he does. And the same goes for any real artist out there. What's up, everybody? It's No Labels Necessary, and we are here with Timbaland. And man, y'all about to listen to a dope video. This listening session that we did, Timbaland is going to be giving y'all an exclusive, playing stuff right off of his playlist, Real Timbaland Beats. However, we need him to explain what's going on here, because this is not the norm. He used AI, but it's not like what most people imagine in terms of his process. So, Tim, can you break this down for us, please?
Okay, I think the best way to put it is the celebration of humanity and machine. And it's like coexisting in the same world. So it still takes, what I'm playing you is another way of producing and using the tools that are available for us to use. AI is not nothing to be afraid of. It's something to get used to and learn how to create. It's going to be the way of elevating your business and 10xing what you're trying to do and just moving faster, And at the end of the day, it might not be as fast as some people, but to each his own. There is a tool that's available for you to elevate your production and just really get into your creative space, because you really think about it, how creative are you? If I gave you a gift and say, hey, you can make every beat with your thought, would you take that gift? Of course you'll take that gift. Now that gift is available to you. People get afraid of it. And it's not nothing to be afraid of. It's something to embrace and to really like dive into your creativity. Cause it's like now a lot of things I feel like we were limited and, you know, you really couldn't do everything that you possibly could do when you were in the studio. And if you were real big, like you dream big and you think big and you want to do everything that's possible, but sometimes like, you know, everybody don't want to get on Discord sometimes. And some people don't want to fly or go places, but they're sin. And I know that's the whole game is sinning thing. So my thing is, imagine if before you sin, you can complete your idea to the fullest and then send it to that same person. But now that person used to add the choir, you already can put a choir to it, right? So you can still send it to that person that you want still to add the choir, but guess what? You're going to spark his creative juices and he going to think, well, wait a minute, what if I'm going to add this part? I'm going to do this part on top of that. So it's just a tool for me, of me producing. Like, I feel like I'm always evolving and I always can start a beat and make a beat, but sometimes I like to have the whole idea, or I think about the idea before I go press a button. But now that I can actually communicate that idea before I press the button and have a tool that can do that. That's like something I've been waiting for my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So it's a new way of me producing versus me going to my Ableton to start first. I can start first I can go to my Ableton, pull up a thought that I started and say, okay, let me collab with Suno, Baby Timbo, to see how I want to make this flip. So I'm like, damn, this is a dope ass sound, but I actually want to make this sound be this way, or make it sound like if it's a horn, I want it to sound like an African horn, or like how it will play in the backyard. So it's like I can describe those feelings that I want and get that now with a tool that's provided for me. So to me, I think that's like, as a creative of my caliber, that's just like, that's a dream come true. You know, I think the beauty about this tool that shouldn't be so scary is it doesn't copy anything. It just learns from theory. You know what I'm saying? The theory of what's already out there, right? And I use it as I'm still doing what I would normally do on my Ableton. Then I upload it back to Suno. Suno gives me, depending on my prompt now and how I communicate, and it still acquires. The biggest thing about this is, like, with this tool, is still the biggest thing that it requires is human taste. It still requires your taste of what you, meaning that I give you the same thing. You are not going to produce what I produce. Your taste and what you hear is not my taste and what I hear. So it's going to give you something unique, but you still got to know if it's great or not. So anything that we do still requires who you are. It's still your DNA. It's like when I play you something, it's still Timbaland DNA. You know why? Because my taste, not just my style. Everything about what I hear is all me, no matter where it's coming from. Because I'm gonna be like, oh, that's crazy, and a lot of people gonna relate because it's just my quality of what I hear in music and how it should be heard. So I still need to know how to communicate to this machine to get out that Timbaland sound. You know what I'm saying? It still has all these elements in there, but I got to know how to talk to it to get my the output that I need.
So it's like understanding how to talk to it, but then when you say taste, it makes me think about like Phineas, Billie Eilish's brother. They had one of the songs that they did where I believe they were listening to like a traffic light sound in Australia, and then they pulled that sound, put it in a beat, and end up being a part of a hit, right? A part of the beat, right? And the fact that everybody hears that, but he decided to pull it. That's basically the taste
type of vibe, right? Like somebody that's saying, I like that sound. It doesn't matter that y'all heard it, but I felt it different, right?
Yeah, and it's a taste. You know what I'm saying? Like how it's like curation is gonna be big with this too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can give you you can curate something with the same tool, but your curation could be it's not gonna sound like mine because I hear different, I think different. You know what I'm saying? Like Phineas thinks different, he hears different, and he gonna probably like, damn, I would have prompted that too, type of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking the same way. So that's gonna be another language spoken in the creative world. And it's right now, I'm probably like, me, I feel like I'm at the forefront of it all. But that's going to be another way of communication in the creative writer world. You know what I'm saying? It's like people going to be sharing prompts on how to get the best out of this tool that we have. You know what I'm saying? That's available for us. And that's going to make the beauty of sound again, because it's like what I prompt and what you prompt are going to be two different things. And it's going to be one-on-one. So it's not like you're going to get it again. You know what I'm saying? You're just not. And that's the same thing when it comes to music. You just don't get the same thing again. It's like, you're not going to get another Metro beat. You know what I'm saying? This Metro is how he created that. Like you can try to create it, which you can duplicate if you find and pick the sounds, but you can tell from the original. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that's interesting, man. You talk about how important the prompts are going to be. And I mean, since we kind of did that first session, I was able to dive into Suno a lot more. And I think the biggest thing that was surprising to me is how descriptive you have to be to even get something that's decent, right? Like, it's not as simple as going in and saying, make a dope trap beat, right? It's like you have to be, I want ethereal drums with, a booming bass with these type of instruments, kind of like you were mapping out. So I'm wondering, hearing the music and let's say the terminology of feelings or just kind of these descriptors for the music and the instruments, is that something that you were kind of thinking about even prior to the tool, or did Suno, or did you have to train yourself to kind of see music in those words to be able to translate your skills to Suno?
That's a good question. For me, it's like a higher learning of production. It's like, am I really that great? Could I describe? Could I translate what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling into words? What words would it pick? What words would me and the machine collaborate on? So to me, it's like it's a different way of translating my music. So it's like I'm elevating myself. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you. It is that you can't just go. You have to be kind of detailed, and at the same time is you also training too, because you like, no, that's not what that means. And it'll spit out certain things that you think how it should sound, but it's not spitting out what it should sound. So that means you have to keep working with it and maybe flip the words around, or maybe when a capital A or a capital T for trap could translate better for the machine, versus a lowercase t. It's those little elements. It's like it's really like just elevating your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's your thoughts. It's like it's going to the next level of creativity. Like I said, for some people, it's not going to be. It might be the last thing they go to, or it might be the third thing or the second thing, or some people the first. It all depends on your taste of how you create. You know what I'm saying? For me, it speeds up time for me when it comes to creativity. And for finding I can make my own records, but then I also can present. I feel like there's a expensive way presenting artists. Instead of just beats, you can present them a whole you could curate a whole playlist for them. How do you think it should sound?
You said something like, one, the language that the artists are going to be speaking in now, like it's a whole nother language. And then when you talked about a capital T versus lowercase t, like all that together makes me think more from a programming standpoint, where one little apostrophe, additional letter, et cetera, can change an entire program. It can break it, it can make it technically, right? So Is it really that like sensitive?
It's not now, but at the beginning stages, that's how fast it's growing. At the beginning stages, it was kind of like, oh, this comma, and it does work. You can say 808, 808 3, 4 times, right? So it knows like, okay, I got to add 808. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like saying, don't forget to add, like you going to engineer, man, cut my 808 up, man, cut my 808. So now you instead of saying it, you typing it, cut my 808 up, cut my 808 up, right? So now it's not as, from where it started to where it's at now, it's getting a little bit more simpler.
Got
But I think I like the nuances because it makes it like, playing a game, chess. It's like, oh, you ain't think of that. That's why why that hi-hat ain't go. And it's like, man, how you get your hi-hats like that? It's like anything. You could see it 116, 132. But it's like, if I can give you a symbol that can get 116, 132, which one you prefer? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, give me the symbol to make that shit do this triplet. You know what I'm saying? Or this, whatever. I think it's what you prefer. I think, it's a tool that allows you to go beyond what you think.
you. Can you give us a breakdown of or a walkthrough of your collaboration with Suno step by step? Like, you start at the DAW, you do X, Y, and Z, and then at what point you go over there, then you go back? Because I remember you talking through it, but I want people to understand.
Okay, the first thing I do is say I go onto my Ableton, I go through certain, I go through my patterns, right? Or certain sounds or pattern that I like. And then there's a couple, say, some loop makers or, loop makers. And so I might find a loop, and there's only like a couple people that I like their loops, right? So I might find a loop. So I started maybe on Ableton a little bit, right? Or I could just take the pattern, might give me a simple boom, 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 cap. And then I put the loop on top of, or whatever, the beat. So I already have those beats already done from my Ableton, correct? So these are like beats that I have just stashed. So I go to like my folders and load up a beat. And I transfer it to my phone or to my computer. It's on my, but usually I do it from my phone because I like to move around. So I just download it to my Dropbox on my phone, and then because you can put the app. I mean, the app is on the browser and on and it's an app. So I put it back and upload it back into Suno. I prompt it a certain way because I know how I want this sound to be and what I want it to be. So my prompt is very accurate, so it kind of knows to elevate what I just gave it. You know what I'm saying? On what I prompt. So I take that beat, put it in, it gives it back. I sit there and generate I think the snare should go over to the left. So I might prompt it a certain way until it gives me back. Then I put it back over. Then I get what I like. I put it back over in Ableton and start playing with like the EQ and really busting it down and adding to it. But it's like I done got 4 of them at once instead of like one that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like inspiring me. Like, oh shit, I hear it this way.
Yeah.
Now let me put it back over here and tweak this and do that. So it's like a companion. You know what I'm saying? It's like I could do it over here, or I could start with just, most of the time I can start with just a loop. You know what I'm saying? And I can say, hey, drum should go here, this could go there. It's all about my prompt and the style that I wanted. So I could, real simple words, certain language, and it gives me back a cool idea. Then I can take that idea and send it over to my Serato or my Ableton and start just chopping it up and doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a great collaborator. You know what I'm saying? I feel like somebody said it best. They was like, yo, start sampling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Start making your own loops. You have this tool to do that. So this kid I saw on his page, he got on Suno, he started doing, he's like, yo. Then he put it back in Serato and start adding his own, adding sauce to it. But he was like, damn, I just made 15 loops out of just one sound. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a amazing tool once you get all the way engaged into it. But those are the steps how I use it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always finding new ways. But the best way to say is like I still use the dog. I don't never. I'm not. It's not replacing the dog. I have two dogs now. You know what I'm saying? I can go here or go there and add them all together.
Yeah, I think that changes people's perspective a lot because when you think about AI music, AI beats, or whatever, immediately your mind is going to, well, the AI just creates all of it, right? But you cut all of that in his head once you say, I'm sampling myself, right? The fact that you are giving it references, which is you, that you created something.
Reading me. It's learning me in a better way.
Exactly. So it's no way for ours to be the same.
No. So like I don't believe in like it's cool. It's almost like I know that part where people say to create some music. That's like the fun to a person who don't make music. You know what I'm saying? They can probably make some and it's gonna spit out. But you got to treat this as like it's you. You gotta give it you. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna know you. You have to give the machine your taste of what it's looking for. So once it know that, it's like, oh, we trying to do this. We trying to elevate from here. All right, let's go. So what's the prompt? What are we doing? How you want me to flip it? You want me to take the snare over here? You want me to put the more 808? You want me to make it this? Or you want me to make that bitch sound like it's Latin? I said, yeah, we're going to put something like, we're going to make it reggaeton. Take this thing. Oh, so take your drums that's already there, just swapping around. Exactly.
Got you. And then that's another big thing because in the listening session, you go through a bunch of different genres and you talk about your personas. Can you just break down, like from a technical standpoint, how people should think about personas or use that type of idea as a tool?
Okay, so this is the thing. Like the personas, like those are just tonations, right? And I gotta say, Suno has some of the best personas, but it that just spits out and it gives you, but it all depends on like, but it all depends on like it might pick up a persona that has a twang or like, you know what I'm saying? It might be the area code. You might say Nashville, Memphis, and it might give you a persona that's from Memphis. Or like a sound that how a Memphis person talks. So it's all about the personas is going to be like, it's going to give you, depending on what your prompt is, right? Because some of the personas going to be hit or miss. And the beauty about it is it'll pick a persona that fits what you prompt the track to be. You know what I'm saying? So, and the ill part about Suno is you can save the persona, the one that you like. So for me, you know, as I'm breaking the thing in and working with it, I have picked some great personas and saved some great personas and started developing like different tracks around those personas. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like having a whole session in your house when you don't got nobody. Everybody could be gone out of the country. You like, look, God damn, I gotta pull my persona up and work with, you know what I'm saying, and do this and do that, and you can keep that persona, add to what you know what I'm saying. You can add it to your original vocals or how you want to do it. It's amazing.
So when people listen to this music, right, in your playlist, they'll hear some voices, some people singing. Like those are the personas. Can you explain like where the melodies that they're saying or in the language or like the words that they're saying is coming from?
The language is, well, it depended on the genre. A lot of the times, like a lot of you know, if you listen to Latin music in Nigeria and all these countries, it's different language barriers. So if I'm doing a dembow, it's gonna give me Latin flavor. It's gonna give me a Latin persona because it knows, but then it don't, right? So it's all about if you prompt words for it to say. So sometimes it has a button what's that instrumental. You could do instrumental or you can give you different cadence. And that goes on your prompts too. So you can, when you write up the word, you can write yeah, but how would you write yeah in the song? How would you say it? So it's like the way you just type, and it's simple, but it's like the little spacings and what you say kind of prompts the persona that it's going to give out. You know what I'm saying? And then the sound. It's kind of amazing how it knows where to drop, put in, take out, blend in, and you got to know like what type of flow if you're looking for, because cadences are different. They're playful. They're like vulnerable cadence. They're more silent. They're like whisper cadence. You know what I'm saying? Those terminologies can help out with the persona and what you get. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it for the flow, it understands like where to place things. I can't really explain how, but it just sometimes is like it's just a taste. You know what I'm saying? It's because it'll generate bull crap. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't come out like that the first time. You got to sit and play with it and move it around and keep generating. The thing about it, you can keep generating. You know what I'm saying? You can keep. There's nothing to stop you. It's a hit of a button. Oh, let me change this word. Oh, let me prompt. Oh, this that, and it would give it. Just knows what fits what. I can't explain how it knows, but it just knows. And once, like, because you can look at your prompt and be like, okay, you automatically feel what it should be, and it kind of gives you what you feel. So it's like it's I think it's amazing too, because you can't really dictate the flow, but it knows to give it a flow from what you fed it. Like the music that I gave it is like you got that tempo, so it knows how that, okay, this should have this on it.
All right, so in this last segment of the interview, Timbaland's going to explain how he remixes artist music using this feature called Covers. And to be clear, when you go back to the beginning of this video, the part of the listening session we're showing is an artist by the name of London Reed. That's a real artist. That is not an AI artist. She sent one song over to him after he made the beat, you know, the typical process. But after they got to that part where you hear the original, everything after that is Timbaland using the process that he's about to explain now.
You know, it's this feature that's on Suno called Covers. So Covers really like, it allows you, it's really like a remix button, right? That's what I call it. It's like, you can, so this girl gave me the song, London Hill. I love the song. I love where it was going, but I also heard it in a different way. So I uploaded in Covers and prompted the way that I thought it should go, or I wanted to hear different styles of this song. So what Suno does, it hears it, it prints out the lyrics, it reads out the lyrics, and the only thing I have to do is prompt in the style that I want to remix it in and how I want to remix it and what I want. So that's really it. That's really like, it's no hard steps to it. It's just you thinking of the style you think it should be. So it'll take elements that are already there from the original, like the producer who did it, right? So it knows this is the sounds that you uploaded, and it'll rearrange it on your prompting. You know what I'm saying? And maybe adding and taking parts away and adding new parts, changing this. And the ill part about it, it changes her flow. It makes it according to the prompt. So like as I'm playing it, you're gonna hear different inflections in her voice. Some go high, some go low. As the beat, as I changing what I want the beat to sound like and what style, it gives it spits it back accurately. It's crazy how it interprets it back, because it's not like, it understands what has been uploaded and it gives you back something that's amazing when it's done generating.